So guys, tip number one, you need to determine this PMP qualification is required for yourself or not, because you need to check whether your job asking for this qualification. You need to check whether you have any career progress by doing the PMP. You need to check if you have any intention to move to a new sector, whether that thing has a potential with having PMP. You know why? Because there's a lot of commitment required for obtain PMP, and it's one of the, it's not one of the, it's actually the most toughest non-technical exam in the world. So you need to put a lot of commitment, a lot of time towards achieving PMP. And I know a lot of people doing PMP at the age of 28 to 45, which are committed for with their work and also their family. So they have very less time, but preparation need a lot of time. And tip number two, you need to treat preparing for PMP as you're treating for an actual project. Okay, so take this as your first project if you're not into project. So you have done your research, you have done your business case, you have done your benefit management plan. You know what why you need this PMP qualification now. By determining that, you deciding to do the PMP, and now you need to initiate it. You need to take the decision to do the PMP. So you need to initiate it, and then you need to plan, you need to execute, you need to manage and control, and then you have to closure. You need to close by obtaining this certification. So in initiate guys, you need to take decision that you are going to do PMP, and then planning, you need to prepare a proper study plan, and you need to collect relevant texts, and then execute. You need to collect PDUs, and you need to study, and then manage and control. You need to test yourself. Then at closure, get qualified and celebrate massively, because it's a very difficult thing to achieve. And guys, tip number three, right? So plan your journey. I think this is the most important part of this video, right? So first you need to obtain the eligibility. This takes like 5 working days, but you need to prepare a lot of details to submit your application. So takes time, so prepare for it. And then you need to collect materials. So while you are studying, while you are executing the work, you can't collect materials. So you have to do this during your planning, collect relevant materials. So there are plenty available, but you need to decide what suits you, right? So these are texts related with PM book 6, but in 7 the same bodies will come up with a new PM book 7 textbook. So search for them and try to get familiarized with them, and try to determine what is best for you. I have come up with Udemy as well, because some people are not keen of reading but watching videos. So try to find something like that. And then mocks. So most popular is Prepcast, but you can go for mini mocks. There are plenty available. So check and review, because review is also important. Check whether those mocks have a proper review in them. Then only it will be more effective in your process. All right. And guys, self-study is important, as also group study is important. You know why? Because then only you can compare yourself with the rest of the people where you stand. So get into a group, get into a Facebook group, get into some study group, and study together while you are doing a self-study. So guys, I made this plan for 3 months. So if you start here at the beginning, you'll have 3 months time to sit to your PMP exam. But I have also given the option of 1 month and 2 month option. So this is 1 month. If you have only 1 month for your exam, then this is the plan for you. If you have only 2 months, then this is the plan. So whatever you do, the first thing you need to do is get the eligibility. So you need to, because there are plenty of documents you need to prepare for your eligibility. You need to complete and collect all the experience documentation for your projects, as well as your PDUs. At the same time, guys, you need to get the letters from your office if it's necessary for a audit. So a lot of preparation to be done, and this eligibility process takes up to 5 working days with PMI. But if you get called to audit, then it might take longer. So as you can see, if you have 3 months time for the exam preparation, and in that case, guys, you have plenty of time for this eligibility check. But if you have only 2 months, lesser time, and if you have only 1 month, there'll be like time will be in very few days. You need to get the eligibility done, and then you need to review the PDUs. So these 35 PDUs, it's not collecting PDUs in this time, but reviewing whatever you have done. So for example, I did my PDUs in January, but I sat for my exam in December. So I need to review these PDUs closer to my exam. So let's say if you are 3 months, if you are starting here, then first month what you have to do is you have to review that PDFs you have done. Whatever the coursework you have done, you need to review that work. Go back to those texts and look into those texts once again. At the same time, what you have to do is you need to collect all the texts that you're going to read during your preparation. You need to collect the mock exams. You need to determine what are the mocks you are going to write, what are the books that you're going to refer, Rita's head first. So let's say the new syllabus, most probably Rita will release the version 10, and head first also will release a combination with Agile and other books. So you need to collect those texts as well, and also get into a group, get into a Facebook study group or somewhere, so you will get latest updates there as well. So you need to do these things during this review period, because once you are into reading actual stuff for the exam, the materials, you don't have time to collect those materials. And once you decide these are the materials you are going ahead, don't change them, stick to those materials and go ahead. So you have to do all the research during this first month time if you are going with the 3 months plan. So as you can see, if you are going with 1 month plan, very short period to prepare the exam, you'll have like 10 days to do all these. And to read the text, the PM book, Ritas and head first, whatever the text you're selecting, within first 15 days, you need to complete everything, guys. So you are running with very limited time frame. As you can see, when a 3 month plan is there, you have completed everything by 1.5 months time, and you have like 1.5 month once again to complete all the mocks. You need more time, because during this period only you enhance your endurance physically and mentally, so you need to have proper breaks in between doing mocks. So this 1.5 months time is ideal to prepare for mocks. But as you can see here, you have only like another 15 days to do all the mocks. So let's say you're doing 4 mocks, you need to review at least 8 hours for each mock. Then you're running out of time, but it's very tight deadline once again. But ideally, what I did for my preparation, I took 2 months for my preparation. I did all my PDU review and everything as soon as I started eligibility, and then I moved on. And then I had exactly 1 month time to do all the mocks. So I perfectly timed doing 4 mocks in that period, and also I reviewed each mock sometimes 8 hours. So I sometimes I went up to 12 hours also. So reviewing is the key. So you need to have ample of time. So 1 month is more than enough, I say. And the reason I went with 2 months plan, because I tend to forget terms in the PM book. So I wanted to have everything compact as much as I can towards my exam date. So I opted to go with 2 months plan because of that reason. So that's why I preferred 2 months plan to prepare for PMP. So that's about the plan. So you need to design or come up with this plan before you start getting prepared. So write own plan for you, have your own milestones which will take you to the examination in much confidence, guys, because you can review the progress, whether you have achieved this reading PM book by this time and you have done this much of mocks at this time. So you can always go back and review yourself. If you have a proper plan against the plan, you can review yourself. So have a plan like this. All right, so let's move forward. And then tip number 4, the exam tips. So as you all know, guys, this exam is 4 hours long. That is 240 minutes long exam. It takes a lot of endurance. You need to build up your endurance mentally and physically. Sitting for 4 hours is not easy, and using your brain for 4 hours is even challenging. So prepare for it. And 1.2 minutes per question, as you can see, is very tough. So 1.2. The good news is this is already been tested. As you know, PMI, during each PMP exam, they give 25 questions and test those questions before they actually mark them. So don't worry, they have tested all the questions, and it is properly managed exam. So if if you can't answer within 1.2 minutes, then there's something you need to improve, right? So during answering, you need to determine what kind of question is this, what knowledge area they are questioning, what's process group, and you need to know the elimination technique as well. All right, and also you need to have an exit plan, otherwise you will not be able to manage your time. So if you are spending more than 1.2 minutes per question, You need to decide whether you are moving forward to the next question by marking that, or else you're trying or using more time into that question. So you need to have an exit plan during the exam. That is a key thing you need to keep in your head. All right. And then the most important thing, the confidence, guys, will not come to you then and there eventually, but by working towards, like, doing proper selecting proper materials, getting into a proper study group will build up your confidence. Okay, so that is a key thing you need to carry towards your exam, because if you don't have the confidence, you'll stuck with two answers and you'll end up with answering the wrong one. So you need to have that confidence, guys. So tip number 5, what are the don'ts? Okay, so I have noticed many people are doing mocks by using the hints given in those mocks. So my advice is, don't use that, because during your exam you will not get that hint to refer. So don't never do that during the mocks. Sometimes people are getting 70, 80 for these mocks, but they have used these hints during the doing mocks. And don't read everything what people says. Read the best things suits you, and don't have a doubt. You can't have any doubts, guys, because doubts will kill your exam. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share if you like the content, guys. Okay, so all the best with the exams. I'll be creating more videos about the exam tips, how the elimination technique and all. So stay tuned with us, guys. Thank you. All the best.